Hey, what's up guys? Glenn here, and Jameson right over here to my side. And this video we wanted to make it about, wanted to talk about the volatility software in Bitconnect. This is a big point that I get these questions personally myself all the time on my YouTube and my Facebook messages, in email. They say, how does the volatility software for Bitconnect work? How does it function? How does the trading function? How is
there no losses?
How is there no losses?
How is there no big losses every day?
Right, and so we kind of wanted to break that down. We're here in Bangkok, Thailand right now. We just got out of a private closed door meeting with the All Asia promoter, who is a very, I would say, a pretty knowledgeable guy as far
he knows quite a bit, yeah.
as far as Bitconnect goes, and we just wanted to cover those cover those little bit of those facts. We weren't allowed to do any of the filming in the meeting, just because it was private closed door.
We tried, but
we got shut down. So
yeah, we got shut down.
So we're doing this video here today to kind of recap for you a little bit, to help you understand a little bit about the volatility software and how that all works.
Yeah. So the first key thing to keep in mind here is that the Bitcoin is the tool that it's using right now, and it's actively been mining as well as it's actively tracking profit and loss. So every single day there's this running tally of the wins and the losses. And so within the trading. And so how they blend these numbers to where you're getting that consistent 0.87, I think it's at right now, is the 6-month average. How they get that every day is that on the days when there's a massive win, they hold back. They don't give you 2-3% like they could. Instead, they hold that back and they flush that out, and they kind of like massage that number out over the next like week or so. Because over the next week, there's going to be some extremely low days because they're out in the market. They're out in the market buying and selling. And so there's all kinds of risks that they face. There's risks that they face when they go in with this user account and try and sell a ton of Bitcoin at one time. They face like people within the marketplace messing with them and manipulating numbers so that they can't buy and sell at the volume they want to. There's so many factors that are affecting the daily in and out trades that what they do to kind of hide those numbers, and they just don't tell us, is that they hold back. And they hold back 50% minimum when things are going good so that they can just flush that out over and massage that so it's not like a up down, because otherwise this thing would be insane and people would be losing their mind, because today it's up 3%, tomorrow it's down 10%, like, and you can't do that math as easily as an automated piece of software could or an algorithm could. So it just does all this in the background and delivers you a consistent 0.87 or 0.88 return every single day.
And sometimes it's
That's
higher.
how it does it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's higher, and sometimes it's lower. But for the most part, if you guys notice, it's very consistent. It's pretty consistent, right? It's not like 5% one day and -5 the next day,
a
right?
Huge loss, yeah.
And so yeah, the reason why that happens is because a portion of the winnings for the day, for example, on a winning day, are pulled off to the side, and that's made up for on the days where there's losing. Now on the days that some days there's once in a while there's 0% paid out.
Yeah, and that happens too, especially when there was the fork. There was a day that there was 0. August 2nd was 0, which was basically when the fork was still going on. And so that's a big part of, like, you got to understand that all it is it's algorithms, a bot, whatever you want to call it. It's automated scripts running that mathematically just run numbers. They don't bring emotion into it. Happiness, sadness. My wife just wants to divorce me. Today I'm happy, tomorrow I'm sad. None of that emotional crap that stops you and me comes into the picture. It's just hard numbers. So it brings in the profit and loss into that equation. There's the holdback percentage that it holds on to. Also too, they're holding on to how much Bitconnect, 1.7 million of Bitconnect when they did the initial ICO, they have for themselves that's just sitting there.
I think it's 1 million, right? Is it 1 million?
I think it was 1.7.
1.7.
Yeah.
So that's a really important fact, guys.
And here's why that's important, is because, again, like, if you're talking about, like, are these guys going to scam me, run off with my money? They have 1.7 million of Bitconnect coins. I'm pretty sure they could be manipulating the shit out of the market if they wanted to, but they don't. That's like a long-term hold that they just sit on. And they pull from that. I think he didn't give us a percentage, but they pull from that when they need to, in a very small way, when things get really bad. When Bitcoin is super down, they will pull out of that reserve if they run out of the other rolling reserve. So there's a lot of these benchmarks that are set into place. Also, another one was that they never let the losses go too low before they sell in the marketplace. So the trading bot itself, like, it's just buying and selling, right? Buying low, selling high.
It's actually, the trading bot is not anything special.
And he even said that. He even said that the trading bot itself is not the magic. It's the volatility software.
Yeah.
It's the managing and kind of balancing these four key pieces.
The managing of those funds. Because remember, guys, that when you take that BCC token and you loan it, that's managed by the blockchain, right? Because the blockchain is managing that BCC token. That's why you have to have a BCC token, is because that blockchain technology is managing all the funds. So you know, a lot of things became really clear over the past day.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of things that, like, I don't think I really needed those answers, but I understand now at a deeper level, you know, because I have a programming background. I ran a software company for like 4 years, and so I get why they have that and why that is special. And I also understand why I think it's only 70% of it is open source, and the rest of it they'll never release as open source because it's proprietary. It's not a trading bot. Like he said, the trading bot is not the magic. The trading bot is the scripts and the internal stuff that's managing the spread of everything happening within the numbers and accounting side of the business and of the of the actual currency itself. That is the magic. So why would you ever release that? Why would you ever just say, "Oh, open source, here you go"?
Yeah,
that'd be stupid.
That's your product. That's everything.
That is your IP. So you can expect that you will never actually 100% know how the volatility software works. Now, let's tease a little bit on why this matters even more moving forward. So they're moving away from mining because they see that it is a losing game in the long run. So in the next 2 to 5 months, they will move away completely from all mining that they've been doing, because they mine Bitcoin as well, and they're going to stop that. And what they're going to do instead is they're going to start, the volatility software will start actually trading other currencies. Even though the Bitconnect platform, they're not going to allow you to do that within Bitconnect as a user, but the bot that's making you money is going to go and start trading these other currencies,
and so
which
that's
is huge.
Yeah, that's like diversification, right?
Because of assets. That's a basic. That's like getting a second passport or a third bank account. Like,
right.
That's a no-brainer.
So why would you just trade Bitcoin when you can trade other cryptocurrencies that diversify your risk?
Yeah, and the liability, because again, Bitcoin still faces huge risk every single day. It's very vulnerable still from government, from manipulation, because the fact that so many of the coins are owned by so few people, like, they can manipulate the market, and because there is no regulation on it, they get away with it day in and day out. So to diversify the volatility bot or the volatility software into other currencies is just smart. Right. Because there's this predictability. What was he saying? That there's this predictable revenue of like 30% that's happened on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Monero. And he showed us a breakdown of, if you go back to the origins of each one of those, and if you were to buy 100 coins and what today's market value is, each one of them has almost consistently gone up by at least 30%. So they can make that assumption in the volatility software on all existing and current cryptocurrencies that they decide to start getting into, and any future new ones that come out of the woodwork and do an ICO. So yeah, I think it's smart, and it's ultimately going to probably lead to higher returns. Like, I see them being able to guarantee a 2%. You know what I mean? And start to give you higher returns as soon as they expand out. Mark my words, when they expand out into doing more cryptocurrencies, the amount that you can expect to make will actually go up, because the whole system is getting smarter and more efficient. Yeah,
guys, these guys know what they're doing, right? They're not.
I will say that. Yeah.
They're not entirely. They're not entirely. I wouldn't say they're the best marketers. They're maybe not the best. They're maybe not the best at communicating their message. But hey, they knew enough to get us here.
And they get the job done. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, they get the job done to get us here, to help us understand this information, so we could make this video for you
and help you understand.
Right.
So that's it for this video. Go ahead and click on the link under the video if you haven't joined Bitconnect and the other investment vehicles that we're using. All the links will be in the description like usual. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. And we'll see you in the training very, very soon.
Bye.
See ya.